Long live the king is a phrase that brings back traumatic memories for any person who grew up as a fan of Disney animated movies. The terrifying and iconic moment when Scar threw his brother, then king, Mufasa, to the stampeding wildebeest cemented Scar as an all-time villain. Not to mention was probably the first time most people have cried for an animated lion. Scar's rise to power demanded patience, cunning, and sacrifice, which was why his sudden downfall was so surprising. So let's take a closer look and determine which of Scar's actions takes lion's share of the blame for his demise. Hello scholars, I'm Captain Daniel Johnston, an officer in the United States Air Force. I founded Wiggin Academy to share important leadership principles with as many people as possible by connecting these principles to stories. My message is that being a leader is not only for those who have a job where they manage people. All of us are leaders in some capacity, whether that's at work, home, church, sports, clubs, or really any situation where you are responsible for others. The principles that I've chosen to share with you are those which I've seen make an impact during my career. Today's principle is going to be the dangers of entitled leadership. When people look at leaders, it's easy for them to focus on the benefits that person gets from their position, thinking that leadership is all about the perks and privileges that come with it. That's understandable. But the dangerous thing is when a leader thinks their job is all about receiving the perks and privileges that come with the position. In the Air Force, whenever a leader is found mishandling funds or assets for their own benefit, it falls under the distinction of government fraud, waste, and abuse, and is illegal under the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Cases involving this behavior usually start out small and grow over time, and have ended the careers of many otherwise good leaders. It is clear that in these cases, that somewhere along the way, the leader in question has forgotten that their position is for serving their people and not themselves. I have seen that if a leader comes into power who is motivated by what they can receive from their position, rather than what they can do for their organization, that is when things can get out of hand in a hurry. More than legal and ethical wrongdoing, the danger of this mindset is the tension it creates between a leader and their people. If you felt that your boss was focused on the perks they could get out of their position, it's doubtful you would want to come in and help them with issues, or put in that extra effort to help the organization. By definition, leaders are individuals in a position of power, but this power is not meant to benefit that individual. Rather, it provides them with the opportunity to assist and support the people they are responsible for. Those who obtain leadership roles are individuals capable of guiding others in their organization toward success. This means supervisors are attentive to the needs of their people and focused on working collaboratively with them, instead of using their title to gain perks at the office. The Lion King is one of Disney's classic animated films and depicts the story of Simba, a lion cub growing up in the heart of the Pride Lands. In the movie, King Mufasa's brother Scar shows obvious disdain for him and Simba for the power that they hold. Scar feels that he is more deserving of the title due to his intelligence, versus Mufasa, who he assumes only is king because of his brute strength. We see Mufasa teach Simba about how to be a king through valuing all life in the Pride Lands, or as Mufasa says, the circle in life includes all, from the ant to the antelope. While at the same time, Scar is scheming on how to take Mufasa's place as ruler. He enlists the help of the hyenas, vicious scavengers that have been banned from the Pride Lands. To put his grand plan into motion, one day Scar led Simba into a canyon gorge, promising that his father would meet him there as soon as possible for a surprise. Simba waits alone while Scar signals for the hyenas to trigger a wildebeest stampede, putting the lion cub right in their crosshairs. Upon hearing that his son was in danger, Mufasa rushed to the gorge and saved Simba. Scar watched this all play out from above, just waiting to make his move. Just when it seemed that Mufasa had, against all odds, secured a happy ending for both himself and Simba, Scar created that iconic moment that I referenced earlier by shoving his brother off of a cliff.
Help me! Long live the king.
After killing Mufasa, Scar orders his hyenas to kill Simba, who narrowly escapes their grasp. With the death of Mufasa and the disappearance of Simba, Scar completes his plot to become king. We see here that Scar can be a capable leader when motivated to meet a clear goal. He is strategic enough to build an effective plan and charismatic enough to help others buy into that plan. Now with both Mufasa and Simba gone, and the hyenas at his side, his victory is complete. Once Scar gains power, his first act is to reintroduce hyenas into the Pride Land. This immediately makes Scar's subjects, the lionesses, second-class citizens, by forcing them to hunt continuously to satisfy Scar and the hyenas' appetites. This practice of overhunting destroys the balance of life within their area, causing the herds to move out for better feeding grounds. The Pride Land becomes a barren wasteland under Scar's leadership. In destroying the once plentiful Pride Lands, Scar shows how destructive selfish leadership can be. He does not care about the animals of the savannah, about maintaining the balance for all to thrive, or even about the lionesses of his pride. His only concern is about maintaining his own power and the benefits that come with that power. The lionesses eventually confront Scar, and instead of taking responsibility and finding solutions to help save his subjects, Scar just blames the direness of their situation on their lack of effort. This becomes clear during an argument between Scar and the head lioness Sarabi.
Yes, Scar?
Where is your hunting party? They're not doing their job.
Scar, there is no food. The herds have moved on.
No, you're just not looking hard enough.
It's over. There is nothing left. We have only one choice. We must leave Pride Rock.
We're not going anywhere.
Then you have sentenced us to death.
Then so be it.
You can't do that.
I am the king. I can do whatever I want.
If you were half the king Mufasa was, you
I'm
would never...
10 times the king Mufasa was.
Scar is enraged. He cannot grasp how Mufasa successfully ruled the Pride Lands while he is failing at the most basic level. He thought because he was able to gain power, that meant he would be able to lead. Eventually, Scar is defeated by Simba, who has returned from the wilderness, and he is killed by the hyenas, who once supported him because Scar attempted to shift the blame for all of his failures to them. Even in the end, Scar did not realize his literal fatal flaw of entitled leadership. So you may be thinking that this Disney villain is an extreme example of self-serving leadership, and you would never stoop to such behavior. And the truth is that you're probably right. But the lesson I want you to take from Scar today is not complicated, and is less about achieving success and more about avoiding failure. Being a leader can be exciting, and there will be temptation to view yourself as special or entitled because of your position. I'm going to tell you now that this selfish style of leadership will never motivate people to perform their best work. If the only reason people have to perform well is to subsidize your lifestyle, you may find many people doing the bare minimum. Scar was given every advantage coming into power, yet his attitude of entitlement destroyed everything he touched. This is a sad tale that has played itself out over and over again throughout history. Whether it's been CEOs, politicians, military officers, or leaders in any industry, many talented individuals have been knocked off their pedestals for forgetting what their job is as a leader. You as a leader need to make sure your people know that you are working for them and not for yourself. Only you can determine how to do this in your organization. I don't know the dynamics between you and your people, but what I will say is that when showing your people that you care about them, actions accompanied with words go a lot further than just words alone. Selfless leadership is difficult to fake. If you try to wear it as a costume, your people will likely see right through you. So this means that you need to truly have the best interest of your people and organization at heart. Once they understand that you are taking your duties seriously, they will do everything in their power to help you move the organization forward. All right, scholars, that's our lesson for today. Now the rest is up to you. I need to ask you a few questions, and I want you to really think about them before answering. Why do you want to be a leader in the first place? What privileges, if any, do you receive from your position within your organization? Are these privileges necessary or even justified? And finally, do these benefits create a perceived lack of equality between you and your people? I know these lessons are easy to talk about, but difficult to put into practice. But I promise you, as you put in the effort to improve your leadership, you will see the benefits in both your organization and your personal life. All right, till next time, keep on learning. Thank you so much for watching. Much of what I go over in my lessons can be found in my book, Mission First, People Always. You can find it for purchase on Amazon through the link in the description of the video, along with the links to the Wiggin Leadership Academy social media pages. If you enjoyed today's video and want to watch more leadership lessons, then please help us by liking this video and subscribing to the channel.